it caught me all by surprise. Again, myself and John are both in the community forum. We have been going on for 4 months, but unfortunately, like everything, when you get a big group, you've got 39 ideas, and every ideas are urgent. So we haven't progressed much further, but myself, I think I have done what I could for the communities. First of all, Nikki obviously knew me, that I work with the City Council. I have been involved with the emergency right from the very start the next day. So I've been in the emergency centers for a good 3 weeks. And on top of that, I have been involved with George and Rex in the migrant center there, trying to move forward, trying to get everybody together. I think through that, I think it's this Canterbury recovery business support derived from, which is a very, very good outcome for that interaction and networking. It was a tough 3 weeks for me at the time, but I think for me, I think it's my contribution to the community. And I put my hand forward. Nikki supported me for that forum, and I get in. I knew that it will be a hard road just to get some sort of agreed consensus through the process. Just like I have been working in the FD community, you got 160 group, and then normally when you got a committee of 20, how are you going to deal with? It's no different than in government department. I'm a bureaucrat all the way through. And then reflect back, when I was chair for the standard committee, the same thing too. We got 12 engineers arguing every detail, so that is a process. The same with parliament, everywhere is the same. But again, some goodness will come, but like all of us here, particularly in the business area, are very, very, very anxious to move on. Unfortunately, there are blocks, but I think we will overcome it with a bit of patience. Just a bit of patience, things will work out. And with this test, I thank you for you. You are really forward-looking. I've put plenty of time and energy into that. I congratulate you for today. And then obviously this is only the first stage. There's a long road for a lot of work have to come. Thank you.
Now, Winky has also got John Wong is also on this committee. John, would you like to come and add to that? I love the way that Winky champions robust debate and the fact we can all move forward by testing the ideas and getting on with it. John, what do you have to say about the community forum?
Thank you. Winky already said that we are sort of appointed to the community forum for the Sarah group by the minister, and there are 39 of us, and it's quite difficult, as you say, 39 people get 39 ideas to put through, and some of them is very personal, I would say. But as Wenki say, we try to get things moving. Quite difficult also, but we have a few meetings, and there will be another one coming out on the 17th of November. But our role is actually is to advise the minister from the community, perspective about rebuilding Canterbury or Christchurch. That is a key role, and I can identify 3 parts that we can do, or our view anyway, to put through to the minister. The first one is, I think everybody is aware of, is the insurance matters that are affecting all the businesses, properties, everything. So this is a key area that we try to put through to a minister, that we have to come to some sort of decision. Otherwise, as you know, people start moving out to Christchurch, moving to other part of the country or even to Australia. So this is a first key issue, insurance. I think many of you are aware the problem that we're facing now. The second issue is, again, now August, 10 months now, isn't it? Or 8 months. We need to get things moving. So we actually like to advise the minister that we have to get Sarah to get some leadership. Now, a lot of things that I know is come through between council, ECAN, everything. But we have to get Sarah have to make a decision. If something is not happening, or I don't know who is authority anyway, Sarah has stepped in, get the thing done. Because the way it's delaying is, as you know, It's not good for everybody, okay? Now the third issue we identify is communications. Apparently there is a lot of miscommunication between council, Sarah, EQC, all the authorities. We need to have a common flow of communication so that everybody is aware who is doing what. It's very difficult, now whether this particular area is City Council role or that area is EQC's role. Now where is Sarah coming in? So that's what we try to do as a forum. We try to give advice, and hopefully to put through to the minister. Minister will come back saying that this is what we're going to do. But be patient, as I say. I mean, a lot of things is not that easy to be resolved. We are there as a community, as a group, but hope to get there anyway. And we have to move on. Be strong and move on. Otherwise, we won't be around here anyway longer. Thanks.
Thanks very much, John. Yes, I know it's really hard to be patient. One of the things I did was I visited San Francisco to look at how they managed their earthquake. And what they told me was, make haste slowly. And I think the point they were making is, yes, we've got to get on with the little things that we can move on to, but there's some very big decisions that we have to make, and we have to make those wisely. So yes, we want to make haste. I quite agree with John, but we also want to do it as wisely as possible. Now I'd like to call on Steve Davis. He is the chairman of the Canterbury Business Association. He's done a lot of work in this area from behind the scenes, making sure that the governance is sound, and he's going to talk to us about how it's going to be ministered and what it's got to offer. Thanks, Steve.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along today for this inaugural meeting of the Canterbury Ethnic Business Earthquake Recovery Project. And I'd also like to extend my thanks and a welcome to our honored guests, Minister David Carter and Nikki Wagner, and also all of the other people, Jane and Deborah Lamb from the Office of Ethnic Affairs, and John and Wenke and Wenke Jen from the community forums, and also representatives from the Christchurch City Council and the Chamber of Commerce, and the leaders of our ethnic community groups. And last but not least, I would also like to thank very much all of our volunteers who put in a lot of time and effort to making these things happen, who may not get all the recognition and the kudos that they deserve. But I think today marks a fairly significant milestone in our coming together as a community, effectively creating a coalition of support for business people from all ethnic communities to assist one another in a time of fairly serious need. I think today most of us share a common thread, or several common threads, of the disaster that our city has suffered. And in some shape or form, we've all been affected by the earthquakes that have caused so much damage or loss. And we'd still certainly like to honor those unfortunate people who have passed away during the earthquake, and again extend our condolences to those who have lost loved ones. But also among the casualties, our livelihoods, our businesses lost, along with the hopes, the careers, the aspirations, and the incomes that accompanied those businesses. Now, for some businesses, particularly ethnic ones, even where recovery is possible, it is often a much harder struggle, especially due to things like language or cultural obstacles, or confusion over bureaucratic requirements and processes, where and how to apply for help, and a whole myriad of other factors. Now, especially where language is a problem, for some owners it can be very daunting and difficult to navigate complex government websites, or to find or attempt to reconstruct required business records or information, or to fill out detailed forms or applications, or to get help with many, many other things that English-speaking owners can more easily deal with. So today is of importance because our community is creating an opportunity for itself to enable many of our ethnic neighbors to cope with these issues that I've mentioned, and many's like it, and also to make a fresh start. You know, for me, one of the brightest moments of this whole earthquake thing was when my favorite Thai restaurant on Stanmore Road that was closed, they were next to Henry Africa's, and their building was damaged. They were closed for 9 or 10 months, and they were run by a beautiful Thai family, hardworking, and I didn't think they would ever open again, but they did. And it was really great to see. It was nip and tuck. It was an almost no-go thing, but they managed to pull it together, and they reopened, and now their business is doing very, very well. And so this is what we hope to see from many, many other businesses here in Christchurch. So at CBA, we have always believed in the power of community, of working together to achieve common goals. And this endeavor, which we're calling the Ethnic Business Recovery Project, excuse me, it truly allows us such an opportunity to put the concept of community power into real, genuine, and beneficial action. So we will outline the details of how the project will work. Taz will shortly describe the structure of the program. However, we have instituted a dedicated project team to help and support ethnic business owners. By being available to answer questions and provide advice in your own language. We hope that makes many of the existing services more accessible to everyone and allow more people to approach both government and ourselves for needed help. So we've made the service easy to access, and it's our goal not only to offer mentoring, training, and coaching, but in doing so to bring us together in a greater sense of community, a spirit of community, and to collaborate with government to find interim and long-term solutions towards a speedy recovery. So as chairman, it's my desire to see this thing work well. It's our desired target to have at least 100 businesses within the year availing themselves of our services and the assistance that is offered. But above all, we would like you to pass the word to any ethnic businesses that you know that may need help or advice or just want to talk about something. We are here to help support them every step of the way. And so I would now like to pass you over to the man who is really the mover and shaker responsible for all this, a man who virtually needs no introduction, but I will pass you over to